Welcome back, Golden Hour. Today we have another episode with the fishing pro of the school, Parker Schramm. So Parker, how did you get into fishing, and how's that became a passion for you?
I started fishing with my grandparents when I was really young. Obviously, we didn't go a lot, but we'd go every summer. And probably the last 5 years, it really just became a huge part of my life. Anytime I had free time outside of sports, I'd be fishing, ice fishing in the summer and the fall, every different type of fish. I just love it. So I guess that's kind of how it started.
Oh, why do you enjoy fishing so much?
I think it's just really peaceful. It's a different type of peace, kind of just away from everything, just you in the water, no expectations, just going to do what you love to do, and I think it's really, really good for you. So, yeah.
Obviously, there's different kinds of fishing. You can be on a boat, you can be on shore, kayaking, ice fishing. What would you say your favorite type of fishing would be?
My favorite would probably be from boat. I bought my first boat last summer. I still have that one. I'm looking to get a new one, but I think boating is fun just because you're really away from everything out on the lake, and it's a really fun time out on a boat, so I'd say that.
Do you troll off the boat, or do you cast both?
Both, yeah. So trolling is usually in the summer on Lake Michigan for salmon and stuff, and then everything else, little inland lakes around here, is usually just casting.
What's the biggest fish you ever caught? And how big was it?
The biggest fish, I caught a 9-foot nurse shark on a charter in the Virgin Islands. I don't really count that just because it's a charter. I didn't do all the work myself. But here in Sheboygan, it was a 33-pound brown trout that I caught this fall on the Sheboygan River. So that's one I'll never forget. Those brown trout don't really get to that size very often. So that was a really rare fish, and one I definitely will not forget.
How far off the record is that? 33?
I think it was 8 pounds off the state record.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
And then, what type of strategies do you use to catch fish? Since you're the professional fisherman.
There's a lot of different stuff that goes into it. A lot that people don't see. So obviously, all the wave conditions, water clarity, water temperature, current. There's so much that goes into it. So I don't know. You kind of just got to learn over the years. That's kind of been my biggest thing, is just trying to learn as much as I can now, and then in the future I'll have that all. So yeah, there's a ton of stuff that goes into it. But once you figure it out, you figure it out.
And obviously you've entered into some competitions. How'd you do in those?
I did a couple ice fishing tournaments this year. Did decent. I'm 16 years old competing against 50-year-old men, so I held my own, did pretty well. Last summer I did a tournament out on Lake Michigan. That was my first really big one. Again, did decent. I'm young, competed against a lot of guys that have been around that for many, many years, so it's been good to start getting into that. I think in the future years too, there'll be a lot more, so hoping to win some of those.
Yeah. Speaking about the future, is there any big goal you're going towards?
Yeah, I just applied to be a first mate on a charter boat, so that basically means I'm taking out customers. So what eventually will happen is I'll earn my hours for being a first mate, and then I can get my captain's license and run my own charter business. So that's ultimately the main goal, which is what I want to do. So just taking small steps to get to that.
Sounds awesome. Thanks for being on.
Yes, thanks
That'll
for
be
having
it.
me.